Hi everyone, my name is Habi Abiola. Today I will be talking about the three stages of data, which includes the data at rest, the data in use, and the data in transit. So what is data at rest? Data at rest means that the data is inactive, means that it's being stored in one location, is not in use, meaning it is not moving between devices or network. So instead, it's being stored in maybe in a computer or stored in internal or external hard drive, in our flash drive, or maybe in database or a laptop or any other means of storage system that we must study it into, because this information tends to be more this tends to be stored, so it is less vulnerable than data in transit. So we also have data in use. So data in use means that the data is currently in use, meaning maybe it's been modified on a daily basis. So anytime a file or a program is being updated, it's been erased, it's been edited, or it's been modified, it's considered to be data in use. So because data is in use, is directly accessible by one or multiple users. So this is the state where data is most vulnerable to attacks. So we also have data in transition. Data in transition means that the data is actively moving from one location to another, such as maybe across the internet or through a private network. So because this data is accessible, as it is travels from one place to another over the internet or over the private network, it is often less secure than data at rest. So hackers might be able to get access to your data while it is moving across the internet. So how do we prevent this? So how do we prevent our data being hacked? So we have to make sure that our network is secured properly to protect data in transit. Encryption is essential throughout all the three data states. So especially the one in transit, because our data moves across the internet or private network. It passes through several servers, exchanging information before it finally reaches its destinations, right? So it is not a situation of a single point A to point B of communication or information. So this means that the opportunity for the wrong person or the wrong people to access our data is like pretty high. So how do we prevent this? So the use of end-to-end encryption is highly recommended for secure data exchange. The use of a strong password is highly recommended as well. And usually conventional antivirus software is highly recommended too, especially to protect the data at rest. We have to make sure there is restrict cloud sharing or any alternative transfer method to prevent our data being hacked. We have to be able to identify any critical assets and vulnerability that might cause a threat to our data. And of course, we have to make sure that we use a secured Wi-Fi all the time, especially when we are transferring data from point A to point B. So, and how do we describe how the strategy changes between these three data states? So I'm going to give an example to say I have a file saved on my flash drive, and I named that file file B. So this file B has been on my flash drive for maybe a week. So I have not touched it, I have not opened it, it's been there, and that makes the file B at rest. But once I put the file B and I put the flash drive, I put it on my laptop and I open it and I start to edit, try to update or whatever modification I am doing to it, that makes that file B in use. So once I save that file B, then I decide to send it to my coworker via email. So that turns that file in use to file in transit, because I had decided to send it to my coworker via email, which uses internet. So it goes from data at rest to data in use and then to data in transit. So thank you so much. I hope you found this useful and have a good one.